Good morning. I'm Anne, a Unity in Lynnwood prayer chaplain. I welcome you momentarily into a silent meditation, whether you are virtual or in the sanctuary. It's so nice to be together. Let's close our eyes if that's comfortable, keeping our feet on the ground wherever we might be. We take time to go inward toward our heart, to the presence where divine love dwells. We focus on some nice, calm, even breathing. In and out we breathe, bringing in the power of peace and releasing any worries that we may be carrying at the moment. The power of peace is ever present, right this moment and the next. Let's focus relaxing our body and simply releasing tensions. In and out we breathe, fully connected to our heart now. We may encounter noise either within our own busy thoughts and or within our homes or the sanctuary. It is a call to go deeper. It is a call to listen to our heart and understand that there is a beautiful refuge in that space. As we head into the silence, please take this affirmation if it resonates with you. I relax and lean into the power of love and peace, which is surrounding and flowing through me, just as I am. As our time comes to a close, we gently and purposely bring ourselves back to this now moment. If it feels good to stretch out your legs or your arms, do so. Gently open your eyes as you feel ready. Let's take a moment in gratitude for this time together, for our beautiful community that is welcoming and diverse. We hold blessings for all those who have come before us, are present with us, and will be joining us in the future. And so it is.
used to feel so lost and alone in a world that felt so cold. Then I found a place to call my own, and now I feel like I belong. I am loved and I am welcomed in this place that feels like my home. I am free to be myself and love who I am, and I never have to feel alone.
As we settle in for prayer, if you would like to close your eyes, please do. As the seasons start to turn from summer to fall, I feel I am starting to feel the days become shorter and cooler weather. I look forward to the last walks on the beach and breathing in the salty air. I know that the rain is coming around the corner and a shift will begin. A new beginning, a new season, a new change. There is one power, one presence, and that presence is God. Through God, you are loved. Through God, you are enough. Through God, you are blessed every day. Miracles are happening every day. Through God, you are powerful. You are special and adored. Through God, you are connected with the divine power, and love and kindness surrounds you. And so it is.
It's amazing what love can do. It can heal the broken parts of you. And when you find that place to belong, you'll know that you were loved all along. I am loved and I am welcomed in this place that feels like my home. I am free to be myself and love who I am, and I never have to feel alone. So if you're feeling lost and alone, just know that you're not on your own. There's a place where you can belong, and you'll be loved all along.
Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. We have some wonderful new faces joining us today. It's very exciting. You're in for a treat. If you will join me in welcoming in our youth, I think they're ready. Here they come.
You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright.
We were sort of ready. Good morning. Happy Grandparents' Day. It's so fun to see everybody here. We just got finished with the lock-in in which all of these people behind me spent the night at the church last night. And we're hanging out in this room and, well, running around all over. So it was super fun. And we're all still waking up, I think. So
Some of our kids just got back from a really exciting camp called Unitreat. It is our junior hires that went to that. We were in Oregon, and I have a couple of youth that want to talk about their experiences. But first, I would like to introduce you to Canik Fuller, who also was at the camp, and while there, wrote this amazing poem that they would like to share with you right now. Canik.
Thank you, Stacy. This poem is called Forest Mind. The trees are my thoughts, and they're far overgrown, yet somehow, at the same time, this place is barren, like a field where mice run and the moon shines brightly, with the rain falling gently onto the grass. But sometimes there is a presence in that field, a presence that reminds me to be holy, centered, and calm, a presence that reminds me how to be me and to love me. That presence is God, and every now and then there are people who join it. Those people are my friends and family. Thank you. Thank you, Uniteens, for crafting with me and bringing peace together with a peace pole and many more.
Right? Amazing. I also am going to bring up Ollie Long and Felicity Silvers to share a little bit about their experience at Unitreat.
I really liked Unitreat. I'm wearing a shirt that I made at Unitreat. I liked how we had many art activities and many bonding activities with the group. Near the end, we had a dance that was the biggest bonding activity I think we had. All the counselors and campers helped make a peace pole that we have installed now in the camp.
Unitreat was my first overnight away camp. Through the many activities, we were able to bond with each other. Some of my favorites were the giant slip and slide, which we got Stacy to go on with us, and the pool. Going to the camp was my first and last time, but I am excited to go to the YOU camps moving forwards. It was definitely worth going, even though I ended up coming home with a lot of bug bites and scratches.
So we all had a lot of fun. It really was an amazing experience. And very exciting, we also have another retreat coming up for our high schoolers, the YOU, or Youth of Unity. And to talk about that, I would like to bring up Damian Lucio.
Hi, I'm here to talk to you about Retreat, our upcoming YOU camp. YOU is our high school group. We do 3 regional camps a year that helps us focus on our spirituality and helps us meet a lot more high schoolers as well. This camp is a bit more special though, partly because one of our own YOUers, Zeno, is helping to plan it. It is also special because we are bringing 10 people this year just from our church, which is very impressive. But if you have a teenager who may want to join an amazing youth group and also wants to go to a very exciting camp, we do still have room for more. I would very much recommend it. It is going to be a wonderful experience, and I am so happy that I get to share it with so many people.
And I don't know if that is a record-breaking number that we are bringing with us to Unity in Lynnwood, but it's close. 10 youth going, and that is not all of our high school students registered, so we're really excited. Yeah, these kids have been so great about recruiting and growing their youth group. That was their goal last spring, and they are doing it. So I'm so excited for all of them. They're amazing. And if you have any questions about the camps that they were going to, that they've been to, anything at all, their events, their lock-ins, come talk to any one of them right after service in Friendship Hall. They would love to tell you about their experiences and tell you all about what's going on in the youth department. They're also providing hospitality for you today, and they have been planning this one for a couple of weeks. So we have really special stuff going on in Friendship Hall after the service. All of your love offerings go to facilitating these guys to go to those camps, do the lock-ins, and all the other events that they do. And today they are putting out a chocolate fountain for y'all. So I'm just saying, come hang out in Friendship Hall. Come say hi to us. They love having you talk to them, and they love you all, and we're excited about it. So thank you, and we'll see you after service.
As the youth make their exit, will you please stand as you are able and greet one another?
We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright.
All right, all right, all right. I almost missed my cue. Hello, hello. I'm so happy to see you. Everybody's so excited. Happy Grandparents' Day. They're not listening to me. All right, I'm so happy to see you. Happy Grandparents' Day. Yay, yeah. We celebrate grandparents, friends, and all the elders who are in a child's life. It is so special to be in a child's life. I am Frances Johnson, your welcome host. A warm welcome to everyone here in the sanctuary and a giant hug to all of you. A warm hello to our online virtual family. We're glad that you're here. We celebrate your presence with us today. Welcome to all who are here for the first time or have been coming for many years. Unity wants you to know that we do not seek to convert you from one religion to another. We hope that you are lifted up and inspired by our incredible music, talk, and fellowship. We love who you love. Unity is open and caring. I'd like to do something a little different today and read a children's book to you. My granddaughters, Ruby and Gia, introduced me to them, and I found it delightful. We're different, we're the same, and we're all wonderful. We're different, our noses are different. We're the same. Our noses are the same, they breathe and sniff and sneeze and whiff. Our hair is different. Our hair is the same. It grows in several places. It warms our heads and frames our faces. Our mouths are different. Our mouths are the same. Their lips form the words we say and smile when it's a happy day. Our skin is different. Our skin is the same. It tells us something's cold or hot or wet or dry. It knows a lot. Muscles and bones are wrapped inside it. We all have blood and skin to hide it. It keeps in warmth. It keeps out dirt. It warns us so we don't get hurt. Our eyes are different. Our eyes are the same. They see, they blink, they weep, they wink. Our bodies are different. Our bodies are the same. They stretch and bend and work and play. They all need food and rest each day. They dance and wiggle and ride a bike. They might look different. They might look alike. Our feelings are different. Our feelings are the same. Lonely, worried, scared, excited, happy, loving, glad, delighted. We're the same, we're different. That's what makes the world such fun. Many kinds of people, not just one. A rainbow would be boring if it were only green or blue. What makes a rainbow beautiful is has every hue. So aren't you glad you look like you? We're different, we're the same, we're wonderful.
So this has been years in the making. I'm very excited and honored to introduce our guest musicians today, the Rolling Crones Singers, under the direction of our very own Marge Hampton. Thank you. Welcome.
Is this, oh, it is on, yes. While they are getting settled, just a quick minute. We are the Rolling Crone Singers, and that name is a little odd. Rolling is a play on words, and I didn't start that. That came from somebody else. But crone, I don't know. How many people know what a crone really is? Really is. Okay, I'm trusting that you do. This is an educated audience. I think you do. But the crone in agrarian societies way before Christianity was the wise elder woman, the top of the heap. It was the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And she was respected. She might be a midwife, but she was the patriarchal stuff going on. And so there are a number of, we're part of a larger group called Crone of Puget Sound that actually was established almost 30 years ago to provide, to support women growing older with power, passion, and purpose. I knew you'd understand that. And there are a lot of crone groups around the United States and in the UK, and it's all about bringing respect back to older women. And we've done a pretty good job in the last couple of decades, actually. So this chorus has been a chorus for about 20 years, but none of the original people are singing now. This is a relatively new group, and we are delighted to be here. And we're going to do 3 songs, and I'll tell you the name of the first one, and the other 2 I think I won't because you'll know what they are. The first one that we're doing is called Contar, and it basically, I just dropped a cough drop, but that's okay, means sing. And then we're going to do 2 other pieces, and you will recognize both of those. Okay, and I can dispose of this.
Allegre, se
You'll know this one.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" I really say, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
You may notice Mary, our pianist, putzing around up here. One of the things that we can do with these lovely digital pianos is we can transpose things down a little bit. And those of you that are grandparent age know that our voices get lower and lower. So rather than me having to transpose by hand pieces that we do that I order from the publisher, Mary puts a couple of buttons over there and the whole thing goes down. That's what she did.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I am such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung. me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful thing to be full. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so. You make me feel so. You make me feel so young, so young. You make me feel so young.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Brooks, and I'm honored and pleased to say I'm in my 5th year as a trustee on your board, and I'm here with a little bit of an announcement. How many people here were able to attend last year's fundraising gala? Look at that. Did you have a good time? Yeah. All right. And so with the feedback being so positive that we got, we're going to repeat it again this year. The 2023 Lucky 13 Fall Fundraiser Gala is scheduled for, guess what, October 13th. So starting at 5 o'clock, guests will enjoy a social hour and an Italian dinner. Yes, vegan and vegetarian options will be accommodated. Dinner will be followed by an evening of blackjack, roulette, craps, and cards with a photo booth, and end with dancing to the music of a professional DJ. All prizes will be awarded on a high roller basis. What does that mean? It means you get play money. And if you get a lot of play money, you get a prize. And we had people that were at or above $1 million last year. So there's your high bar to go for. Ticket packages start at $50 per seat and go to $500, with all proceeds benefiting the UIL's building fund, which is in great need at this time. As many of you know, our 20-year-old air conditioning system is near its end of life. We had to replace one of the 5 units last year, repair one this year, and we need to replace 4 as soon as we can before the next season. So we expect the cost of that renovation of our failing HVAC system to be about $60,000. So the funds raised from the gala will minimize the impact to our financial reserves. So please register online or see a representative at the Welcome and Information Station following the service. You will get to specify what your donation per seat will be at that time. And of course, other table sponsor and giving options are available. See Dr. Richard or Matthew for those. Thank you.
Just when you think you knew your own Marge Hampton, Rolling Crones, thank you. Would you welcome to the platform, please, Unity in Lynnwood's resident photographer, here to introduce today's celebration. Her name is Shelley Oberman, please.
Hi, everybody. As many of you know, I'm Shelley Oberman, and I'm a portrait and event photographer. My life's mission is to change the way women see themselves, well, all people, but especially women, and to help people turn pain into purpose through portraiture. I wanted to co-produce the UIL Grandparents' Day fashion show because to me, it's not at all about fashion. It's about having the courage to accept yourself as you are today, wrinkles and all, and walk the runway with your head held high and say, "This is me." I believe that the best way to start a conversation about the beauty of aging and how we embrace the confidence of finally being comfortable in our own skin is to show up fully for ourselves. We go from hiding in the shadows to the hero and heroine of our own story through empowerment, transformation, changing the way we see ourselves, and allowing ourselves to be seen. No matter our age, gender, skin color, sexual orientation, abilities, religion, mental health, or ethnicity, we all deserve to be seen. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. And I wanted to just thank all the courageous models that we have here today.
Thank you, Shelley. So one part of my job is to offer something of a spiritually themed teaching week after week after week, to find creative, ever new ways to reiterate foundational truths, such as, well, there is a creative impetus behind all life that is worthy of our reverence. And that creative impetus knows what it's doing. You are a part of it, and nothing you have ever done can change that. And that ours is to figure out how to somehow cooperate with that creative impetus through the livingness of a human life. So I sat this week to start the process, and I began to read the responses submitted by today's fashion show participants. These were questions about purpose, about values, about change, through the accumulation of years. And I humbly realized that any wisdom I might attempt to impart would pale in comparison to that offered by these wisest among us. They are all aged 60 or wiser. So it is that I invite you to celebrate the wisdom of Unity in Lynnwood's sages on this. It's Grandparents' Day 2023. 78 years wise, Barbara Thorpe was one of a few Caucasian children living on a reservation until she turned 4.5. She spoke Shoshone at 3 and still remembers the word kima kima, which was used to bring her closer. She was born in Newport, Rhode Island. She seeks to be a possibility person who sees and acknowledges others, who reminds us to listen to guidance and to trust the process. Today's audience can go to Barbara for a quality bridge partner or for some really good homemade pie. In her words, I used to stress about a lot of things, having my house look just so, speaking my truth, not having the perfect body size and shape, and now I realize that everybody else is really more worried about their own stuff. Her best advice: in any uncomfortable situation, ask, what is mine to learn? That's Barbara Thorpe. From her personal dinners with Eckhart Tolle. Now, how does one get personal dinners with Eckhart Tolle? Mary Sue Brooks' true north includes time with friends, time in nature, the sharing of music and humor. Mary Sue admits that she supports
others in expressing their gifts. When asked, she admits that she doesn't really know what the world thinks about her. Her central passions remain spiritual awareness. And her best advice is to listen to the wisdom of your heart and to follow where it leads. When asked what has lost its importance with the accumulation of wisdom, Mary Sue answered, having the attention of a desirable man. Now, 76 years wise, she is one of the 3 Seattle natives in today's show. That's Mary Sue Brooks. She enjoys seeing dump trucks. That's something today's audience certainly didn't know about Gloria Pulliam, 66 years wise, and originally from California, passionate about creativity, as evidenced by her amazing apparel, by her generous contributions of beauty and order to the storage spaces, public areas, and even the restrooms of Unity in Lynnwood, and by her artwork. Her artwork hanging in the hallway just outside these doors. Gloria's best advice is this: the power of that thing doesn't have its power until you hand it its power. When asked what the world has gotten wrong about her, she responded by saying, "The world has no box for who I am." That's Gloria Pulliam. Glenn is 71 years wise. He is a crazy good table tennis player with a warm sense of humor. He moves through each day seeking that he should leave someone a little happier for having encountered him. He shares words from Rick Hansen. I am driven by a deep passion and need to make a difference and to leave the world a little better than when I arrived. He was born in Kansas City, Missouri. He founded his hometown's first dog park, helping those less fortunate and seeing his wife prosper and know happiness comprise his true north values. What once mattered that no longer matters so much? Being right. Asked about advice for those of lesser years wisdom, he suggests that you ask for what you want. You might just get it. That's Glenn Moritz. A certified whitewater rafting guide since she was a mere 44 years wise, Karen Gilbreth's guideposts or values for good living as a youth were cause no pain. In her 40s, they became be happy. And this became her morning ritual to decide to be happy. When asked about her unique talents, Karen disclosed that she has always been exceptionally good at packing. When traveling together, her friends eventually began bringing their things to Karen, allowing her to pack their suitcases and trunks. Born in Detroit, she is now 71 years wise. Her central passion is to experience as much as she can in whatever life she has left. Each new year is a gift, she writes. What has faded in importance, she responds, the opinions of others. When asked what advice she might share, she suggests that failure and loss and trauma, these are universal. So find the lesson, let go, and move on. This is Karen Gilbreth. Her divine gifts include that of world-class gift wrapping. In fact, so beautiful are the wrapped gifts of Frances Johnson that recipients often have a hard time opening them. Born in Columbia, South Carolina, to a military family, she is 67 and a half years wise. Introverted and shy to the age of 12, today's Frances proudly sees the world through the lens of a young child, as if passionately discovering its joys for the first time. Those who know her affirm this to be true. She's fun, funny, loving, caring, creative. She is a good listener, a problem solver whose advice to one of fewer years' wisdom would be breathe. Breathe. Always, she reminds those of us gathered here today, always the sun will indeed come up tomorrow. That's Frances Johnson. Sally West arrived in the United States for a 2-month summer trip at 19 years old. Even then, her passion for following a spirit was evident, and to this day, she has no plans to use her return ticket. Born in Halifax, England, Sally's central values include authenticity, acceptance, kindness. Younger Sally jumped through the hoops of meeting others' expectations. Today's Sally, not so much. She values being real, sending birthday cards to family and friends. She cautions today's audience that just because she's steady and serene, she is not dull. When asked how she might identify herself, now 65 years wise, she responded by likening herself to a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis into a new phase of creativity and connection. How do you like that? That's Sally West. She and a friend once took a motorcycle trip lasting from August until November. Just learning to live in the moment is how Tori Horseman, now 65 years wise, describes the experience. She's a great cook with a passion for elder advocacy. Tori had a near-death experience at 20 that left her with this advice: live each day as if it would be your last. Leave things right with your family and friends, and always savor each moment. She closes. As I age, the world tends to see me as a sweet older lady, but underneath, I am still the same ferocious, daring, and remarkable person I have always been. That's Tori Horseman. Oh, Nancy Merrill. Nancy Merrill put herself through a private high school working as a florist. She was known for her last-minute Friday and Saturday evening corsages. While discovering how great it was to be a girl, her favorite memories also include cutting down trees, driving a 20-foot flatbed truck, and sitting at the bar with her dad eating pickled eggs. When asked about her true north, Nancy's answers are many. Be in the moment. Love without regard to behavior. Course correct when it's necessary. And be kind and loving to self along the way. Nothing ever happens to me, she says, that doesn't happen through me. Her passions include making a difference in the lives of children. At 83 years wise, Nancy celebrates that indeed she is living the best years of her life. I quote, "My epitaph should be, she didn't always know what she was doing, but she always knew it was supposed to be fun." That's Nancy Merrill. Hardy folks come from Bismarck, North Dakota, Marion Justin writes. A creator of beautiful and useful things. Her values for good living include humor, kindness, compassion, honesty, helpfulness. Regardless of how I feel, she writes, I get up, I get dressed, and I present myself to the world. To me, the most useful and lasting tenet I ever learned was the golden rule. Having lived in a foreign culture, I learned that regardless of how people dress, what they eat, or how they relate, we are not so different. We we are indeed one in spirit. Now 82 years wise, Marion once had a singing gig at the USO in Oak Harbor, Washington, where she met the love of her life. They reunited and fulfilled their dream 40 years later, and while they have since parted again, Marion knows that he waits for her on the other side. I may have memory lapses. I may stumble a bit on thoughts and speech, move a little slower, but I will always share my creativity and attempt to bring joy and love to everyone. That's Marion Justum. Her words will ring true for anybody who knows Jerry Brocker. Born in San Francisco, she writes, "Be flexible, be curious, be kind, be the best me I can be, and help others do the same." She has folded the underwear of famous people, including Sammy Davis Jr., Jack Benny, Robert Goulet, Tony Bennett, and Elvis Presley. Her advice is to stay present, try new things, don't stick to the judgments imposed by others, don't stop living until you die, make adjustments as life goes on. When asked about what once mattered, Jerry offered, "I used to be afraid of death. I never thought I would live to be 78. I had my own experience with pancreatic cancer. I was given a 12% chance of survival. I have outlived the guidelines, and I do not fear death any longer. I don't know what happens after we die, but I no longer feel the need to know. It's just part of living." When asked how she defines herself today, Jerry answered, "I am stronger than they said, and I am smarter than they thought." That's Jerry Brocker. Her first job with her college newspaper was to photograph Arlo Guthrie before a concert. For Shelley Oberman, of course, today's co-producer and Unity in Lynnwood's resident photographer, exercising and eating well, spending time with people who allow her to be herself, laughing when necessary, and generally living out loud are among her true North values. If you have ever out and about found yourself with your dog, well, find Shelley, because she always carries treats for any dogs she might encounter. Born in New York City, her work in the world is to change the way people see themselves through her gift of photography. Now 61 years wise, she brings the gifts of kindness, sincerity, and the ability to accept others without regard to age or background. Her best advice, don't let fear or lack of self-value get in your way. Move past that which would appear to hold you back. That's Shelley Oberman. Now, the sages of Unity in Lynnwood, I invite those with phones to take a picture of this and send it to me, please. Our photographer is busy. Would you offer them one more round of applause, please? You are welcome to sit as the band comes out. What exactly did we experience today? Well, we experienced individuals willing to be seen, as Shelley suggests. That's absolutely true. But beyond that, I would suggest we experienced an audience who were willing to see. We experienced an audience who were willing to see. It's a powerful thing, because when we stop seeing grandparents, for example, and start seeing Barbara, and start seeing Mary Sue and Gloria, when we stop seeing those people over there, whomever those people over there are for you, and start rehumanizing each other as worthy individuals, sharing in the grand and messy adventure of a human incarnation, we make all manner of healing possible. And so it is that this ritual today leaves us with a couple questions, maybe. Is there that in me? Is there that in me which would be represented today? There's a question for you. If so, you may start to line up in the back, for you will now have an opportunity to walk the runway. So that's question one. You may start to line up now. Is there that in me that would be represented today? We have nobody who wants to walk the runway. I absolutely do not believe it in this community of extroverts. Question number two, am I willing, as an audience member, am I willing to give the gift of seeing? If you are willing to give the gift of seeing, give a round of applause. Join me in one last round of applause for the models, for Callee Oberman, and for each other. Happy Grandparents' Day, Unity in Lynnwood.
That was fabulous. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. Maya Angelou. And I also want to mention, if you go to the calendar page and go to the media section and look for Dana Consuelo's article on tithing. It is wonderful. I loved reading it. You're a great writer. We offer opportunities to practice giving and receiving that we might cooperate with the reciprocal nature of the spiritual universe. In other words, while your giving matters to us, we suggest your giving matter to you as well. Electronic giving options will appear on your screen. For those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. If you would like information about UIL's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please grab a Giver Circle brochure or write Dr. Richard directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, are the arms of God surround us. Let our joy trust in God and say amen.
Do we have any newcomers today? Yay! Well, you are invited to come to the welcome and information station in the back of the sanctuary. There will be information there for you to take home, and I can answer any questions you may have. We would like to give you a copy of the Daily Word as a gift. This is a special, undated version that has positive, daily, uplifting messages and affirmations. Please visit Soul Things Books and Gift Store and talk to Marion, or visit me at the Welcome and Information Station for a copy. There are informational cards in the chair backs with many resources. Got them right here. So if you fill out the newcomers information, you'll get a couple of emails a month. And then there are stand touch card, prayer requests, credit card, note cards. You are invited to the Friendship Hall after service today for more conversation and snacks and talk to the grandparents. And I was going to say, look at Gloria's artwork as well. Invitations. Please register for all events by visiting the calendar page at www.unityinlynnwood.org. If you have a compliment or a comment, please write "We Listen" at unityinlynnwood.org. We're here for you. Please welcome Board Chairperson Dr. Jennifer Lovejoy to the platform.
Hello, I'm here on behalf of your Board of Trustees with a very quick public service announcement. We've been getting some questions and emails from folks in the congregation who have noticed, as I have, that there are an awful lot of people seeming to get COVID and colds and flus and fevers and stuff right now. Just seem to be having kind of an early fall spike in respiratory illness. And so the question is, is the church going to do anything? Does the board have any decision? And the answer is we're not going to do anything, but we do have a request for you, and it's a very common sense one, which is if you have symptoms, please stay home. Please watch us online. Please attend the class by Zoom so you don't spread things around, because we do have a lot of high-risk folks in this audience. We've got cancer survivors, we've got folks with immune issues, and dare I say it, on Grandparents' Day, we have folks over 65 who might experience something that you find as a mild cold as something a lot more serious. The flip side, of course, is if you do find yourself in one of those high-risk groups, protect yourself too. So I thought the word of the day in the Daily Word today was care. And ultimately, this community is wonderful at caring for each other and loving each other. And so just a reminder as we go into cold and flu and, yes, COVID season, let's care for each other. Thank you.
Okay. Please consider the offerings of UIL Small Group Ministry. And thank you, Dr. Jennifer Lovejoy. As they appear on your screen, upcoming are the men's group Work, Pray, Eat Gathering, the Diving Deeper open discussion group with 4 licensed Unity teachers, and the women's group, second visioning session. Lunch is included. All are welcome. Join Barbara Thorpe and Nancy Merrill via Zoom to discuss the booklet, Spiritual Keys to Aging Well, on Tuesday starting September 12th, offered on a love offering basis. Reverend Eric Butterworth said, "I am as old as God and as young as the morning." I love that. Grab your booklet in the bookstore, and today is the deadline to register for our Dr. Richard's 10th anniversary celebration and reception. Daniel Namad in person will provide music. We invite you to contribute words of choice by writing on the note card in the chair back and dropping them at the basket at the Welcome and Information Station. If you're virtual, you're welcome to email administration@unityandlynnwood.org and return the following day for a morning service and an afternoon concert with Daniel. Sounds fantastic. Happy Sunday.
I love doing this with you, Francis Johnson. Here's what I want you to know. Your prayer ministries includes a High Watch prayer team whose members pray for you. They pray for our community. They pray for We Care Academy. They pray for other churches. It consists of a pastoral care team whose members provide a comforting presence, including various visitations. It includes your prayer chaplains whose members pray with individuals after Sunday services. That's like today right here. If you're a member of our virtual sanctuary, you are afforded the same gift. Write prayer at unityandlynnwood.org. Include a working telephone number and expect a call within a couple hours. These chaplains, they call, they pray with members each month. They pray for those leaving prayer requests. They monitor the confidential prayer line. They lead silent meditation and otherwise walk with congregants through life's passages. Barbara and Dana, may I have you join me, please? It's a big program. It's a big program. And it is a prayer ministries director who provides the training and the coordination that makes these valuable services available to us. So today we celebrate two individuals. Today we celebrate two individuals. I would ask you first to join me in acknowledging Dana Consuelo, who today she assumes the post of Prayer Ministries Director. And also we gather today to celebrate Barbara Thorpe, our noble sister Barbara Thorpe, who today retires from the post, a post that she has nobly fulfilled since December 16th of 2016. Will you acknowledge her today, please? As such, I've invited Barbara to offer our closing spiritual practice, our closing prayer. Both of you, what an honor to walk with you. Barbara Thorpe, please.
I have notes because I didn't know if I'd be able to talk. It's been an honor to serve at Unity in Lynnwood. My life has been and continues to be enriched by my service to the prayer ministry and to all of you. I have been richly blessed, and the blessings continue to flow. I love and appreciate all my wonderful team of prayer chaplains. If you could stand, if you're here, please just stand real quickly. You have been wonderful, and it has been such a joy to serve with you. The UIL staff meetings bless and uplift. Thank you, Richard, for them. I've been to some staff meetings other place where they weren't a joy and they didn't uplift. Thank you, all of you, for supporting me and our prayer ministry. Thank you for supporting this community. In January, I met with Dr. Richard and told him this would be my last year as prayer ministry director. And I'd been praying about that for a few weeks before, and I continued to pray for the right and perfect person so that I could leave with ease and grace. And Dr. Richard prayed as well. 2 weeks after I talked to Richard, Dana walked into this church. I knew Dana. I knew she'd had the prayer chaplain training. She'd been a prayer chaplain in other communities and had led a small prayer chaplain program. So I thought, she's just visiting. Her community doesn't have a minister now. Then she was here the next week. And when she was here the third week, I invited her out to coffee. And I said, Dana, would you be interested, after talking for a while, I didn't say this the first sentence out of my mouth. I said, would you be interested in leading the prayer ministry at Unity in Lynnwood? And she said, that's my heart calling. And that's how I felt when I stepped into this role. It's about listening to your heart and your calling and stepping up. So Dana, you are answered prayer in a big way. And so I encourage all of you to pray. Pray works. Use it often. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in this community. I'll still be a prayer chaplain. And Dana was gracious enough. I said, if you want me to step away, I will do that. And she said, no, I want you to stay. And so a couple of my congregants said, you're not leaving, are you? I will still be calling you. So I step into this new role with joy. And John and I plan to do a lot of traveling and have a lot of fun. So it's my honor to invite you into a time of prayer as we close our service. If you're comfortable, gently close your eyes. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release things that need to be in a certain way. I breathe in. I enter my inner sanctuary, this holy vessel that I've come to earth in. And I smile at my divine self. Today I stand in faith, and I know that change is only change. I do not need to label it. I sit with it. I appreciate what has been, and then I anticipate with joy and thanksgiving as I move forward, as you move forward, as we all move forward. It is simply one door closing and another opening on this adventure called life. Knowing it is only change, I can look forward to the good. Every day, we stand before a new threshold. Let's move forward onward, learning and growing. Share your light to guide others on their path. Shine bright, dear ones. Shine bright. We breathe in. It is only change. And we give thanks. We give thanks. And so it is. And so it is.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Immense privilege of you. For the immense privilege of you, I offer deep thanks. I send you forth brimming with gratitude for being here today. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. The challenge before you is to find an unfamiliar face and to thank them for the gift of unity in Lynnwood as you make your way to hospitality, and thank our youth, please. Dear friends, you are blessed and a blessing. Have a great week.